Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to West Lawrence High School. We're here with head football coach Kagan McLean, and another exciting week, Coach. Prepping up and going to Mary Purse is always a hyped experience, and you knew you had a good team going in, Coach. Did you know you'd play that well?
Well, I mean, I hoped we'd play that well. I didn't know it for sure. You need to go into an atmosphere like that and a big game like that we hadn't won in a long time, and they'd won 23 straight region games, and you just hope to play well and come out with a win. I certainly didn't expect us to be that dominant in the second half, but we're really proud of our guys and the effort and just the way they came together and played that football game.
Coach, to start out with, you say about coming into the second half, but to start out with, it looked a little tough to start out in that first quarter. Like you say, when you go into a big game, and you've played some tough competition this year, but when you go into a big game like that, a region game, a game like you say you hadn't won in, 4 years or so, and only beat them in school history, I believe, twice.
Right, yeah.
That's in the back of kids' minds. You think that's the reason they were a little anxious, a little rushed?
I think so. They felt really confident all week. We had great practices all week. I think they felt like they had a really good shot to win the game. I think early on we were playing with a lot of adrenaline and a lot of emotion. And, we're doing some good things, but missed a few tackles on that first drive, overthrew some open receivers early, just that adrenaline. But I think once we settled down and realized that, hey, yeah, we do belong here, and yeah, we do have a shot in this game, that I think that we started playing within ourselves and really took control of the football game.
Coach, you just had to say which side the ball showed up first. Which one showed up first?
Well, I think we kind of showed up about the same time. It was kind of back and forth there for a while. Offense scored first, I guess you could say. The offense punched it in, gave us the lead, but then we turned right back around and gave them 7 on the pick 6. And then right before the half, Devontae Royals getting a big interception at midfield, and then us hitting a touchdown pass on the next play to give us a 14-7 lead was huge.
Yeah, Devontae had 2 interceptions. I'm sure we're going to have them on a highlight in just a minute, Coach. But to me, that going into the half, not letting them go down and score again, you just never know. You showed in the Dodge game, you showed in a couple of games that when you get down, you battle back. You know that you can score. Offense knows that they can score. But that to me, that was an important pick there.
Yeah, I think it was big for momentum. Even though you go into a game believing, hey, we can win. Our guys played with a lot of confidence, knowing they could go in and had a chance to win a big football game. Still, when you haven't ever done it before, then you get in there and there's that little bit of, do we really belong here? Yeah. And I think once we settled down and realized, yeah, we do, that we were able to do really well. Yeah. But I think Devontae's interception played a big part of that, of really getting that momentum back going our way.
Yeah, Coach, you can beat yourself, can't you?
Definitely. It happens a lot.
Yeah,
so.
Yes. But I want to talk just for a moment, if I can. You picked your captains this past week, and I noticed you picked an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I mean, we try to base our captains on, defensively, I usually pick the previous week's Alpha Raider plus whoever I thought had a great week of practice. I let the offensive staff, pick their 2 captains who they think that week deserved it through practice or whatever. In the last couple of weeks, you've seen Charles Knight out there a good bit because he's our smallest offensive lineman, but he plays with great heart, with great energy, with great effort. He's always a fighter in those trenches, and he's earned that right, and it shows as the offensive coaches are realizing, hey, this kid's fighting every day at practice. He needs to be a captain for us.
Yeah, and you got so much work out of that offensive line this past week ahead of the running back. You would see at times when the running back is running, the lineman is in front of him blocking a dude all the way to the point of a tackle being made. It's just incredible to me and exciting.
Yeah, our offensive line did an outstanding job again this week. I think we had 352 yards rushing like 30 attempts or something around 30 attempts. Anytime you rush for over 300 yards, that's a testament to the offensive line and what they did. But they were opening holes all night. I thought that our running backs did a good job of seeing the holes and putting their foot in the ground and making cuts. A couple really nice runs by Shante Burney, Christian Coven, Lorenzo Turner, Daniel Dorsey, all had really good runs for us. But that's a credit to the O-line and what they're doing up front.
And Coach, if we flip it around now, how much yards did we give up? What was the total yards, Mary Person said?
Right at 120, a little over 100 yards. So, and you know, a lot of that, I mean, we had the JV guys in the fourth quarter who gave up some yards. But other than the opening drive, I don't think Mary Person's crossed midfield the rest of the game with Royals getting his pick right there around midfield right before halftime. But I think our defense did a great job, stuffed the run, we're solid on the pass, and getting the turnovers, the 3 interceptions we got. I thought that was great. I thought it was a complete game, both offensively and defensively. I thought we really complemented each other well and had a big win.
I love that heavy set, Coach. Man, when you get in that heavy set, you get down in the red zone, you get in that heavy set, man, that's impressive to me.
Yeah, I thought we had some really good blocks in that heavy set. T.J. Jones on a touchdown run came up and pancaked the kid. Derek Jackson, pancaked the kid on another one. Some really, really physical hits on that. That's what we want when we get in that heavy package.
That's what they're there for, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so you had the Alpha Raider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Derek Jackson was our Alpha Raider on defense, which we do based on a point system. I know Devontae had a lot of big plays for us, and I think he was player of the game, which is great. Sometimes the Alpha Raider doesn't always reflect who made the biggest plays, but who made the most plays. And both Derek and Devontae played great on Friday, and either one of them could have been the Alpha Raider. Daniel Lindo had a good game. Dre Bonner had a good game. Xavier Lewis, several guys played really well for us on the defense side of the ball.
Offensively, tell me about it.
I thought A.J., once he settled down, did a really good job of making some good decisions and hitting some wide open guys. But I'd say the offensive line, probably the unit of the game for us, opening up those holes and creating those run lanes. I thought Shante Burney had a really good game running the football. Coven with the big run at the end was great. Lorenzo getting in there at the end, getting a big run was great. But overall, just a really good game by everybody.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a short break and come back. Coach has some highlights put together, so you stay tuned.
When you want convenience, you want Neighbors Express, where you'll always find friendly, courteous service every time you visit us. Fill up with Pay at the Pump. Take advantage of our bigger and better selection of beverages and tobacco products. Enjoy our popular crushed ice with your favorite fountain drink. And you can always enjoy a fresh hot breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So stop by and see us today, where it's always convenient and friendly. Neighbors Express, locations at I-16 at 441 and in Cedar Grove, where we provide farm fuel for all our customers. When you want convenience, you want Neighbors Express.
Hello, I'm John Martin, physical therapist and athletic trainer from Rehab Advantage Sports Medicine. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you to some of our workshops here at Rehab Advantage. We've been hosting workshops every 3 weeks, some for low back pain, shoulder pain, arthritis, and for balance and vertigo problems. And so feel free, we'd love to have you come. We'd love to share information with you about these injuries and how you can get well naturally from these things. And we'd just love to tell you more about it right here at Rehab Advantage. We usually have them hosted at 6 p.m. on Thursday evenings. That does change sometimes, so be sure to look at our website or give us a call 478-275-1800.
Jeff Shepard here at Roach Farm and Garden. Deer season is here. Come to see us at Roach Farm and Garden. We got all your deer hunt necessities. And we carry 5-way, 3-way, Harvest Advantage, iron clay peas, wheats and oats, daikon radishes, a bruiser rye, and big boss rye, buck forage and annual rye. We will make your food plots look right. We have all your supplies of deer feed, 17 and 24% protein, QDM and 4S. We even carry 4S draw in the block and bags. And when you get that deer, we've got something to cook him with, from grills to griddles to your deep fryers. You want clothes? We got a full line of Georgia Boot, Rocky Boot, and all the Carhartt that you could need. And for your pelletized grill, we have any flavor you need. We have ladder stands by Millennium and Amerstep, replacement seats, protein blocks, salt blocks, and attractants, and a full line of coolers. And don't forget to pick your supply up of Voodoo while you're in there. It's at the counter. Don't forget, everything you need for deer season is right here at Roach Farm and Garden. 2 locations, Wrightsville and Dublin.
I'm Locke Wilford with 3 big reasons to buy at Dublin Nissan. price, selection, and savings.
Drive the Sentra S as low as $17,530 with 0% financing.
Get more Nissan for your money at Dublin Nissan.
Drive the Murano SV as low as $29,935.
I'm Don Carswell. For every vehicle we sell in October, we'll be making a donation to the fight to end breast cancer.
Call, click, or come see us. Dublin Nissan, the only dealer you will ever need.
All right, welcome you back, and now we'll go to those highlights, Coach.
Yeah, a really good job offensively. We talked about the run game. I thought, first play of the game set the tone. You see Lyman getting out there making great blocks, picking up a big first down run right off the bat. You want to set the tone and establish that run game. And I thought we were able to do that early. Defensively, I thought we did a really good job on run defense. You'll see De'Eric Jackson here coming through, making a nice play and hanging on, and then guys swarming to the football, making sure he's down. That's a good job by those defensive guys, and good job by the D-line up front of squeezing and eating up blocks. I mean, when we do that, it frees up those linebackers to make plays, as you can see right there. But overall, I thought defensively did a really good job against their potent running attack. Here's one of those misses. You see a great blitz right there. Xavier's got him in the backfield, just misses, and we have to come up and push him out of bounds. I put that in because we're always talking about tackling. Well, there's an opportunity where we didn't do such a great job tackling. But those are mistakes we made early. I think we were really hyped up with adrenaline and really excited. Once we settled down, I felt pretty good about what we did. Here, this is their only trip, I think, across midfield into our territory, if I remember correctly. Great job here, Dre Bonner getting off a block, getting us a big sack in the backfield, and setting them up with some long yardage. He did a good job just beating a one-on-one block and getting off, making a nice play, forced them to attempt a field goal, which they missed early. Here, back on the offensive side, A.J. hitting Brent, been a good combination for us all year, just wins inside on a quick slant, and A.J. makes a nice throw and catch there. Great job by him, both those guys. Here again with the run game, you'll see Daniel Dorsey getting outside, good blocking up front, and running over a couple guys and just being physical. And that's what we want. We want to establish early that, hey, we're going to be the most physical team out here, and you're going to be in for a four-quarter war, Here, good job, A.J. on the empty set, coming back, hitting Brent Carr on the I think that was Bradley, sorry. Bradley or Brent, I can't tell which one. But nice catch in there on the in route. I think it was Brent. I don't want to take anything away from him. Comes back and hits Brent on the crossing route here. Good blocking up front, and good job by Brent finding a little crease and getting in the end zone for our first score to make it 7-0 and get us on the board first, which is big in a game like that, to be able to strike first and get a little confidence early. And I think our kids kind of fed off that a little bit. Back defensively, good job here. Run defense again, we're stretching it out. Our guys are flowing to the football and cleaning them up for a 1-2 yard gain. Good job stretching that stretch play out, not letting it cut underneath and getting over the top, and using our speed to get to the football. Here again, pass coverage. Thought we did a good job most of the night against what they wanted to do. De'Eric Jackson, nice job breaking up a pass and almost getting the interceptions that tips off Daniel Dorsey's hands there. And that's a tough route. It's a running back out of the backfield on a wheel route. And, De'Eric's a big kid, but he picks it up, makes a nice play on it. Here, big mistake. A.J. just makes an error, throws it right to their guy. This is their only points of the night, and it's tough for those offensive linemen to get in there and make a tackle. And that kid's fast for Persons. The Harden kid's a good player, gets a good block downfield. He ends up scoring to tie the game up at 7. And, like we talked about earlier, sometimes when adversity strikes, you got to respond. And here it's 7-7 with 8 minutes to go and a half. And I thought our kids did a great job responding. Good tough run by Bernie there, good hole. Just a shoelace tackle away from breaking that. Again, he had a really good night running the football. Here again in the empty set, we liked what we were able to get out of that. You'll see A.J. making a nice throw and catch on a big 4th and 3. Just inside of midfield, we decided to go for it to try and create a little momentum. And a nice throw and catch there by A.J. Good defense there. You see De'Eric Jackson filling on the off tackle stretch and making a nice physical tackle there. As our Alpha Raider, again, he played really, really well for us last Friday night. See here again, pass defense. Good job by Xavier Lewis Shante Burney in coverage, and good job by De'Eric Jackson on the blitz. We get a really late pass interference call, which kind of negated, but nice job by De'Eric getting in there and getting some pressure on the kid. And I'm not sure what the call was or what the interference was, but it is what it is. Again here, this is the other time they crossed the 50. Right before the half, you'll see another good break up there by Xavier Lewis. again covering a running back on a wheel route out of the backfield. Then you'll see Devontae's play right here, reads the screen, makes a nice break on it, gets a big interception to get it back up to midfield. But after that, I thought our defense really, bowed their necks and played really tough and keeping them on their side of the field the rest of the night for the most part. Offensively, very next play, great job here on sudden change. A.J. patient in the pocket, great protection, steps up and finds wide open Bradley Wilson down the middle to put us up 14-7 at the half. Nice throw and catch. Again, A.J. to Bradley. But again, great protection by the O-line. You don't get that if the O-line's not protecting. And great patience by A.J. to step up and hit an open guy here. Good job by the D-line and De'Eric meeting in the backfield. Good physical defense again against their run right there. And right at the start of the second half, you see Xavier Lewis getting the interception. I think that was maybe the second play of the second half. A big pick right there to set our offense up in great position. As potent as we've been on offense this year, short fields are tough for other teams to deal with. See here, a little sweet pass, and we don't make the best throw here, but great catch by Bradley Wilson. I don't know how he caught it. I don't know how he got it off the ground, but we'll take it, And you'll get a penalty that backs us up. But then you'll see right here a couple plays later, good tough run by Daniel Dorsey, get us back down inside the 5, and then we'll get your favorite. We'll get the heavy package in there. And we'll get a great run here by TJ on the left. Great block by TJ on the left side to pancake the kid and open up the window there for Daniel Dorsey to walk in. Good blocking up front, good blocking by TJ, make it 21-7. Back on defense again, good job here down the middle of Devontae Royals with his second pick. You don't get to see it on this copy, but you can see it on the end zone copy. He does a great job of covering the running back down the middle. Again, they ran another money route. He makes a nice turn there, plays the ball, gets a big interception for us to really, increase the momentum we had coming out of halftime. Then the offense goes back to work. Shante Burney, great cut, big hole, hits the corner, takes off, and great effort at the end to get into the end zone and give us that 3-score lead to put us up 28-7. At this point, our kids are excited. We're feeling it a little bit and playing at a different level of energy and a little different level of attitude. And we got to learn to play like that from the beginning, not wait till good things happen to do it. Good run defense again, Spencer Dacus in the backfield, and their kids sort of laid down there. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to run into Big Spencer either in the middle. But good job up front. Those 3 D linemen had another good game. Here again, great job De'Eric on the blitz, hanging on. I don't know how this kid got that off and how their receiver was over there in the area, but that's a great play by De'Eric Jackson getting in the backfield and nearly getting a sack. Back on the offensive side, again, I thought A.J. did a great job of just taking what they gave us, taking his time, seeing what the defense has, and then picking an open receiver based on the coverage. Nice throw and catch there to Grayson Clark. He had a couple big catches for us this Friday coming out of the backfield and coming off that tight end slot. Here again, you'll see Bradley Wilson with a nice catch. A.J. patient, stepping up, great protection, getting the ball down to the 5-yard line. And then you'll see Daniel Dorsey, great block there by De'Eric in the backfield. And Daniel just uses his speed to get to the outside and put us up big. But De'Eric, outstanding job by him right here pulling and just hammering the kid that comes free. Now, obviously, we got to clean up so he doesn't come free, but we'll take the block. 35-7 there late in the third quarter, and just kids are just playing really, really well. Can't say enough about how well they played. Here, great job by TJ. They try a little trickery, a little fake the sweep, do a little shuttle pass. TJ squeezes, stays home, makes a nice tackle. He's been one of those kids that's gotten better every week for us. He never really played any D-line till late in the year. Last year we moved into defensive end, and he's just really flourished and come on every week and gotten better. Here again, offensively, going back to work a little bit, you'll see A.J. taking his time, making a nice throw, heck of a catch there by Brent Carr. Great body control to redirect to get us down inside the 20. And, if teams are going to give us that one-on-one with Brent, we're going to take it. We feel like, we've got an advantage there as good as Brent and A.J. have been. Here you'll see Grayson Clark again on the boot, making a nice catch and turning upfield and picking up more yards for us, which sets up Cam Coop. The drive stalls out, and then Cam comes in there and kicks a 41-yarder for us. Make it 38-7. We're going to need that down the stretch. We need Coop to make some field goals for us, especially in tight ball games, and he does a great job there. Back on defense, great play here by Xavier Lewis and Jaquil Edmond breaking on the ball. Thought we were about to get a pick 6 there. but Zay just gets it off his fingertips, has to dive to break it up. But great job by him. He again played a heck of a game for us. Here you'll see the defense still swarming, and you like to see this late. A lot of times late, you'll start taking plays off. You got a big lead. You know, the game's over in their minds, but our kids really played hard and swarmed up until the last whistle. Here you get a good run here by Christian Cove, and you'll see he breaks free, gets in the open field, makes a couple guys miss, and then hits the sideline, makes a great move here and cuts, and then just pulls away from everybody. And that's a 87-yard touchdown run, you know. Right. Great to see that from him. Just a little icing on the cake there at the end with a couple big runs. Christian's run there, and then we'll see in a minute Lorenzo's run. That puts us up 45-7 with 8:30 left. And again, defensive guys still playing hard. Javen Ash getting in there, big tackle for a loss, and he's a sophomore kid we're real high on at linebacker. Getting in there, making some good plays. He's played a little bit with the first group as well and done a good job for us. And you'll see Lorenzo Turner coming back. A little icing on the cake at the end, makes a nice run. And if he hits that sideline, you're not going to catch him because he's got some jets. You can see him pull away from everybody. Yeah, definitely there at the end to cap off the score and finish up with a big win for us, 52-7 on the road in the region.
Coach, just such explosive running. That's one of the things I noticed, and so much diversity in your receivers. You went to Clark, you went to Bradley, of course you went to Carr, Franks. Who am I missing?
Colby Ramsey gets in there a little bit and makes some catches for us. We got a couple other guys that are getting in the mix. Ivory Cross is starting to get in the mix a little bit. He's a kid that didn't play up till this year as a senior, but he's earned the right to get out there a little bit. Chris Boston gets in there some. You'll see Gronk, what we call him. Caleb Appleby, the big 17, gets in there a little bit at tight end. Yeah. And we're blessed with four really good running backs, several good receivers. We've been really solid on the O-line. AJ makes great decisions. We've got a lot of weapons on offense that I think puts a lot of pressure on defenses.
Of course it does, Coach. Where did all this come from?
Well, one thing that I noticed in talking to other coaches, we've talked about it, we got a bunch of guys on this year's team that have played together since they were sophomores. A lot of them started as their sophomore year, which was my first year as head coach, and we had to really develop those guys. We went 6-6 that first year, second round. Playoffs went 5-5 last year as we developed a lot of those young guys, and this year it's sort of all come together with these kids who've played together for so long and know each other and know what each other's going to do, and they're very coachable kids. And we've had them, but this is the first year it's all the pieces have fit offensively for us in the way that we hope they would.
Yeah, just incredible, Coach. Hey, we're going to take a short break, come back. We got Upset Elite coming up this week. We'll be back to talk about that in just a moment.
Dublin Ford Lincoln has built our business by forming many great friendships. Ben East is one of those friends.
No type of pressure at any point in time to buy. It was just a matter of if I wanted to do it or not. And that's what I enjoyed, was there was no pressure. And makes you're able to think clearly, and you're not getting pressured to do anything that you don't want to do. And so that was a very, very good way to do business, in my opinion.
Others call you customers, we call you friends. That's Dublin Ford Lincoln.
Every team has a leader, and Lawrence County's leader in hometown banking is Farmers State Bank, proudly supporting local high school football. Farmers State Bank salutes those who make our community great by working hard to make Friday night football happen. Go Irish, go Falcons, go Crusaders, go Raiders. And count on the team at Farmers State Bank, Lawrence County's leader in hometown banking. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey, how you doing? Eric Cates City.
I'm good.
Brad Grimes.
I think I'm smelling some gas in my yard out here.
All right, and what area are you smelling at?
Over here in this area, the meter's on that side over there.
Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna check the meter and make sure there's not a leak there.
Okay.
And then we'll locate the line out and put down a couple holes just to check on the ground to make sure you don't have a leak. We'll check each corner of your house. If you could, just stay on the porch.
Okay.
If you think you have a gas leak, we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Call us at 478-277-5048.
I'm Glenn Register at Hometown Supply. Want to wish all our area schools the very best in the upcoming season. Hometown Supply, located in downtown Dublin, is here for all your home and hardware needs. We offer new and used appliances, both gas and electric. Competitive prices on electronics and computers, including cell phones, laptops, and tablets. We have service people on staff, a repairman for our appliances, and a computer technician for our electronics. Come by and see how we can help. Just remember, if you can't do business here, you just can't do business.
Out here, there are many jobs to do. You need the kind of power, versatility, and comfortable handling that comes with your territory. You need the tractor built to pull all that weight. The Kubota L Series is what you need out here. Right now, get an L Series for 0 down with 1.99% APR financing for up to 84 months, plus a 6-year warranty.
Your local Kubota dealer is Mid-State Tractor and Equipment. If you're looking for quality equipment and exceptional service provided by trained experts, see Mid-State Tractor and Equipment, 1325 North Jefferson, Dublin. Check us out online or call us at 272-2198. Get your equipment ready for this season. Subcompact, compact, economy, utility, special, agriculture, and other construction and farm tractors and implements. Choose Kubota zero-turn mowers that are proven to provide excellence. Let us help you find the right equipment to meet your lawn care needs. And our utility vehicles are engineered to keep you moving, from mid-size to full-size RTVs. Get groundbreaking levels of performance and productivity at your local Kubota dealer, Mid-State Tractor and Equipment.
Well, Coach, Upson Lee has always been a formidable opponent. Now, if you rest on your laurels, and it's great to beat a team like Mary Persons, it's wonderful to be 3-0 in the region. It's great to be 1 point shy of a perfect season so far, but right, as I hear so many times from people. But you know, Coach, you can't rest on that. It's a new day.
Yeah. One of the biggest fears you have is having a letdown after a big win like that. I think our kids are mature. I think they're hungry. I think we're going to have a great week of practice this week. Yeah. And we know Upson Lee's a good football team. They're very athletic. We know they're fighting for their playoff lives, so they're going to come in here excited and energetic and ready to go, and they're going to be prepared. And we know that they're a team that's given us some trouble in years past, so we've got to be ready to play. You know, I think it's good that we'll be at home the last 2 games. Yeah. But we still have some things to play for. You know, our kids want a region title, and if we don't win, that's going to be out of the question. And a win this Friday, I believe, will secure a home playoff berth no matter what. Mm-hmm. So we've got some things still to play for, and we got some work still left to do.
Yeah, Coach, in looking at Upson Lee, has anything changed, or just tell everybody how they look offensively?
Oh, well, they're typical Upson Lee. They've got a good offensive line. They've got a couple really good athletes back there. They got a quarterback a lot like ours that makes great decisions. You know, he's got a good arm, and he can run the ball a little bit too. So he presents some issues up there. Defensively, I think they've replaced both coordinators this year. I think they lost both coordinators last year to other jobs. But defensively, you know, they're got a big D-line. They're physical up front. Got some guys in the secondary that can run a little bit. They hadn't quite figured it all out yet, but when they do, they're going to be a really tough team to beat.
Yeah. Let's talk about offensively. About what do they average per game?
You know, I don't know the exact numbers, but
they throw more than they run, or they try to set it up?
They're about 60-40 run, so they're going to run the ball more than they throw it. But they can throw it, and a lot of their game is based around the RPO game. So they're definitely formidable in that sense. You got to be assignment sound. You got to do your job. You can't get caught out of position, or that creates big plays in that type of offense.
They have one main running back, or they share?
They got a couple guys that run it. They got a number 15 who's a really good athlete for them last year as a sophomore. He's a junior. They got a big kid, number 4, that runs the ball. But they're kind of like us. They spread it around to several different receivers, and they do a good job of that.
They got one main guy. Any tall receivers?
The number 4 kid at tailback will spread out wide, and he's a big kid, and he'll catch the ball out there too. And they got several little scat backs, number 10, number 1. Just kind of like us, they spread the love a little bit based on what their scheme is.
Yeah. Let's flip it over now. Defensively, who's their stars?
They're one of those teams that they don't really have that one guy that jumps out at you that says, man, that kid's, you know, makes the defense go. Their front 7 has 3 or 4 guys that really get the job done, that eat up blocks, they read their keys well. And like we said earlier, they're athletic in the secondary, which means they're going to be able to try and get in some one-on-ones and maybe feel like they can man us up in some places. And hopefully we can take advantage of that and win some of those one-on-one battles.
Have you looked at what Raider average is offensively, total offense this year?
For us? Yeah. Going into Mary Persons, we were averaging 38 points a game, and now I guess that's up a little bit, obviously, from last week. but we were averaging just over 400 yards a game, and I think we had 570 this past week at Persons. So offense has really been clicking.
Coach, I remember the day where you used every second on offense you possibly could before you snapped the ball in order to eat up as much clock.
Right.
It's good to have another day. It's good to have a shining group of young men out here working. So I said all that to say, ladies and gentlemen, you want to turn out. It's going to be nice football weather this Friday. It's going to be a home game. You get to come out and you get to watch a good team play football. You get to watch an exciting offensive team and a very, very, very good defensive team.
Hope so. That's what I hope so.
I don't want to jinx anything,
right,
but hey,
right.
on past performance, we're looking at it is indicative of future performance.
That's
And
right.
so you look at a defense that plays as a team, that gets to the ball. I mean, swarms to it.
Right.
We had a couple of big hits this past week,
Yep.
but by and large, like you say, you're going to lock up, you're going to hold on, and everybody's coming to make sure the guy's down, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
So we got an exciting game coming up. It's 7:30 kickoff, like always. But come on out early, get into it. These young men out on the field warming up. If they see and hear you in the stands, it increases that excitement that they have into it and that desire to perform. And we got it this year, Coach.
Right.
Coach, we wish you the best this week. Hey, hats off to the coaches, offensive, defensive coaches, to all of you guys. Y'all do an exceptional job. Thank
you.
you.
We appreciate it.
Thank y'all, and thanks to your family, because you know they have to support you day in and day out, and it is a full-time job.
You
isn't
got
it,
that
Coach?
right. Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, it is.
Hey, so when you see them out in the community, be sure to encourage these in all our local schools, and turn out for the game of the week this week. We'll be right here at West Lawrence again. We'll also be covering Dublin, so we'll be bringing you all the exciting playoffs coming up, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Coach, have you looked at the other side yet at all?
You talking about for the playoffs?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know what region we match up with. Woodward Academy is going to be the number one team out of that region. They're really good. And then their second, third, and fourth team are all pretty similar. So, I think our 4 seed is going to have their hands full with Woodward. I think the other games are all games that could go either way. I feel pretty good with our chances if we can finish anywhere higher than 4.
Yeah. Hey, more on that to come. Hey, join us right here next time for the Coaches Show at West Lawrence. And once again, thanks, Coach McClain.
Yes, sir.
Community Bank of Dublin Lawrence County is here to help you with all of your financial needs. Our team knows what it takes to make life easy and convenient and will help you get set up with our mobile and online banking. We founded Community Bank on common sense banking and a dedication to help people just like you. Our lender, Amy Thompson, loan officer, Gail Rainey, along with our Assistant Vice President, Ryan Lastinger, Executive Vice President, Brian Bazemore, and President CEO, Chuck Harwell, know what it takes to make life easy and convenient and can help you with loans for almost everything, from your automobile, home, land, or any financial goals you have. Come visit us today. Community Bank of Dublin Lawrence County, where common sense banking never goes out of style.